Hello, beautiful souls, divine beings. Welcome in this lovely space with me. Today's reading is going to be a little bit different. This is a continuation of my last oracle reading, where a vision was been given to me, and the vision ends where someone arrives at the Council of 12. And after that reading, I felt guided to connect with the Council of 12, and I also felt guided to bring this information to you in a reading. So this Council of 12, each member of them, they have a gift to offer to you, and they also have something to share with you about Christ consciousness. So this reading is going to be 4 piles, which will also be the members from 1 to 12 and 3 members for each pile, also going from 1 to 12. And I will probably also link below the timestamps from the 12 members individually. So if you feel called to a specific member from the 12, then you can directly go there also. But they each want to share something specific with you, a gift and something that is of the consciousness of Christ. So if you are interested in that, I will see you in your reading. Hello, beautiful souls, divine beings. Welcome in this lovely space with me. Whomever chose pile 1, I have some messages and some gifts for you from the first 3 members of the Council of 12. So for you, pile 1, the first member of the Council of 12, they want to share with you about the consciousness of Christ. They want to share with you that when you enter into His presence, when you enter into God's presence, you learn to feel the joy of life. So, what does this say? What is this about? This is the first member wants to share with you that if it's difficult for you to experience joy, real joy, then the more that you join with the presence of God, Source, Spirit, whatever you connect to, the more you join with its presence, the more you will experience joy that is true joy. It's a joy with capital G. It's a joy that it's coming from the divine. It's from a very different level. So if you are already capable of experiencing joy in your life, then still this first member wants to invite you to join even more in the presence with God, Source, Spirit. And this will amplify your experience of joy and or lift your experience of joy to a whole new level. Again, from joy with a small letter into joy, capital G. What does this mean, joining with the presence of God, Source, Spirit? It means simply, very simply, that you remember your truth. Because your truth, your core, your essence is of the same frequency, the same vibration as God, Source, Spirit. So the moment that you remember that, you join in the presence of God, Source, Spirit. You can also consciously choose to invite God, Source, Spirit into your being, which is also a way of joining with. Everybody has their own ways to join with Spirit, so also follow the way that feels right for you. But this is the big message that member 1 wants to share with you. Join into God's presence. When you join into God's presence, you learn to feel the joy of life, which is the joy that's been lifted to a whole new level. This first member offers you the gift of blueberries. And blueberries besides the fact that they taste wonderful, they are a symbol for abundance. They are a symbol for providing for divine providence, divine nourishment in here also. So coming back to this, into His presence, when you enter into His presence, you learn to feel the joy of life. This is also this nourishment, this divine nourishment that the blueberry represents. The more you nourish yourself with divine essence, the more you will experience the joy of life, but also the more you will be blessed with an experience of abundance, with an experience of being divinely provided for. There is a fulfillment that is also in here with this combination of the blueberries with the message that that the first member of this council brings you. Okay. I'm also been guided here to pull a message from the angels, which feels related. It's like the link from the earthly realm into the spirit realm. Thank you. What do you desire? You now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you are ready and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life as if by magic. So also this comes back to joy. If you really feel what do you want, then joy is one of these experiences that your soul is longing for. And your angels, spirit, the Council of 12 is inviting you to go there. Allow yourself to receive the gift of pure joy by joining in the presence of God, Source, Spirit. Okay, member 2. Member 2 wants to share with you, I am not a body, I am free, for I remain as God created me. I am not a body, I am free, for I remain as God created me. What does this say? It's the truth of God, and it's the truth of you. It's the truth that clearly says that you are not a body. Your body is a vessel. You are a multidimensional being, and you are infinite spirit, infinite source. As you identify with being a body, you are encaging yourself. You are limiting yourself. And a simple way of getting out of that feeling of limitation into true freedom is remembering what you truly are. The moment, again, like the first member, it's simply remembering your truth, which is the same essence, the same frequency of God, Source, Spirit. When you remember what you are, immortal spirit, when you remember that, it also means you identify with being immortal spirit, which sets you free. It sets you free and pulls you out of the illusion that you are limited, a limited body. It's not true. The truth is, I am not a body, I am free, for I remain as God created me. This second member of the Council of 12, they offer you the gift of the golden David star. And this David star, the David star, it's been pulled in many different meanings. But the first meaning, the first symbolism of the David star is the equal relationship between man and God. It's the triangle. It's the connection and the relationship between man and God in perfect connection with each other. As above, so below. As below, so above. You are of the same essence as God, Source, Spirit. And that is your truth. And that is also what the second member wants to gift you with this golden David star. The remembrance of you, of your divine relationship, your divine connection with God, with Source, with Spirit. Even being in the body, you are not the body, but you are having the experience of being in the body. But you are not the body. I am not a body. I am free, for I remain as God created me. You are immortal spirit in this experience of being in the human vessel. And while you are being in the human vessel, the consciousness of Christ asks you to anchor in the presence of God in your vessel, which is this triangle. And you remembering what you are is this triangle. As above, so below. Anchor the presence of God, Source, Spirit into the body, which clears the soul from all illusion. Okay, also for you, I have to pull a message here from the angels, which again feels, it feels more earthy here. It's this connection between the earth, between heaven and earth, which is also the connection between man and God. Man and source, man and spirit. A new partner. A new partner. A chance meeting is no mistake. It is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people we send into your life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. So again, this is a message that Spirit wants to bring through according to your earthy life, your earthy experience, but it's also pointing to a new partner is a new connection with Source energy, with God's Source Spirit, to lift your connection with God's Source Spirit to a next level. And to invite in this new partner or this new experience of a partner that has never left. God's Source Spirit is your best friend, the best friend you can ever have. Invite them in. Invite it in. And then also your relationships in the earthly realm will become a reflection of your divine relationship with God, Source, Spirit. Okay, pile 1. Member 3. So member 3, they share with you, love created me like itself. I cannot suffer, I cannot experience loss, and I cannot die. Love holds no grievances. So this is again, love created me like itself. You are created in the image of God. God created you in its image, which means that part of you, your truth, is divinely perfect. And love is an essence of that. It's what you are. It's a frequency of what you are. So love created you. God is love. And you are created by love in its image, which also means it's you. Your truth, the same frequency, the same vibration, the same essence as love, as God, Source Spirit, which is love. Capital L, love. In this truth, again, I am not a body, I am free, for I am as God created me. I cannot suffer, I cannot experience loss, and I cannot die, which is remembering your truth. When you identify with the human self, there is suffering. It's the human self that started to believe that it was separate from God's Source Spirit, which created an experience of suffering. The moment you remember what you are, you also remember and realize and identify with the remembrance, with the truth that you were never separate from God's Source Spirit. It's impossible because it's you. And when you remember that, there is no experience of suffering possible when you identify with your truth. The experience of loss, it doesn't exist because you can never ever lose something. You can only experience loss when you identify with the human self, which is not your truth. I cannot die, which is also truth. You can only die, it's the human self that can die. It's the body that can die. But you are not the body, you are not the human self. You are immortal spirit, which cannot die. Your nature is immortal. Love holds no grievances. Anytime that you connect or anytime that you identify with grievances, it means that you choose something else than your truth. When you are in your truth, when you are identified with your true self, grievances cannot exist there. It's impossible. So if you experience grievances, the invitation in there is to reconnect with love, with pure love, which is you and which is God, Source, Spirit. When you connect with that, there is no experience of grievances possible. This third member of the Council of 12, they offer you the gift of a curved dagger decorated with rubies. The curved dagger is the jambia. It's also called the jambia. And the symbol here of this curved dagger, this is about honor. This is about family heritage. This is about courage and strength. This is also about wealth, about prosperity, about abundance. This is about something that is very precious. This is about prestige. There is also ceremony that is connected with this symbol. So there is a lot in there also. And with this, it feels like this third member wants to point its finger to you to see yourself in your truth, but also in your human experience, and to see and to own and acknowledge your own strength, your own courage, your own preciousness, your precious nature, your own worth. The fact also that if you hold yourself in your hands, if you hold yourself in your own value, if you hold yourself in your own worth, this is also the way for you to experience wealth, prosperity, and abundance, to experience treasures also in the earthly realm. Because it's you. When you understand that you are the wealth, you are the treasure, you are the prosperity, it's all you. And it's connected with how do you see yourself? Can you see yourself in your true value? Can you see yourself in your worth? in your worth? Can you see yourself as being that precious gem that you are, the treasure that you are? Because you are. And this third member wants to, it's pointing its finger to you. See that within yourself. So if you are struggling in the area of finances, in the area of resources, in the area of anything that has to do with value, if you are struggling there, look within and reflect on your own relationship with yourself according to your self-worth and self-value. Because again, you are this curved dagger decorated with rubies, which is a very precious artifact that this third member is offering you. And this is something to see with the human eyes, or something you can see with the human eyes, but it's a symbol. So see through it also. Don't get trapped in the illusion of only seeing the object. See through it. See the true value of the object or through the object. And reflect that back to you. Honor yourself. That's what I hear here also. Honor yourself. Also for you, or from the third member, there is another message here, which is also very related to earthly stuff. Creative project. Your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We are guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity into your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited, and reignites passion towards your life. Excuse me, but it's very, very difficult to read. It reignites passion towards your life. Creative project. What I feel with this here is, if you feel stuck by one, or whomever chose member 3, if you feel stuck somewhere in the earthly realm, there is an invitation to express yourself in a creative way, or some kind of project that you feel drawn to, something that ignites your passion to interact in there, to do something with your passion, with your creativity. It can be a very simple step. Music is also in here. Playing music, listening to music, singing, sounding. If you feel stuck, this is a way for you to get unstuck, and also to allow creative energy to flow through you. Because there is a lot within you that wants to be expressed. It's asking to be expressed. So give it a way out. Give it a canvas. Whatever is there. This can be in all ways. Okay, my dear beautiful pile 1. This is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope this was helpful, and I'm sending lots of love, lots of light, lots of peace and blessings for each and every one. Hello, beautiful souls, divine beings. Welcome in this lovely space with me. Whomever chose pile 2, I have some messages and some gifts to share with you from the Council of 12. So for you, pile 2, we start with member 4 of the Council. And member 4 of the Council offers you the consciousness of Christ in the sentence that you are a holy child of God, Source Spirit, created in its image. I am a holy child of God, created in its image. The gift that this 4th member offers you is a sun. So this is the gift of illumination. This is the gift of positivity. This is the gift of warmth. This is the gift of life. This is the gift of the Father also, the Father aspect of God. And with this statement of the consciousness of Christ, I am a holy child of God, created in its image. So the 4th member wants to remind you of the fact that you are of the same essence of God's Source Spirit. God created you in its image, which means your truth, your true self, is of the same essence as God, Source Spirit. The 4th member here wants to, with this gift of the sun to you, this 4th member wants to remind you about your own positive, very illuminating talents and gifts. And for you, pile 2, this really feels like this 4th member wants to highlight this for you to become aware or extra aware, or wherever you are in this moment, maybe you have forgotten your own light. You are the light. When it feels dark, remember that you are the light. And the more that you remember that you are the light, you are a holy child of God, created in its image. So you are the light. And the moment that you remember you are the light, if it feels very dark and you remember that, your light will shine brighter. So the more you identify with that, the more you remember your truth, the more the darkness will fade, because you are shining light into the darkness. And this member 4 wants to illuminate that for you with this sun, the gift of the sun. It's you. You are the light. You are very positive. You have a lot of warmth to offer to others. You also have the ability to show others their true reflection. You have the ability to illuminate for others what they are unable to see in specific moments in time or in general. You are the light. Shine bright. Offer your gift in the first place to yourself, to illuminate your own darkness, to shine light upon your own darkness, or into the darkness, which is the absence of light, right? So remember that light, illuminate yourself, and you also illuminate others and for others when they are unable to. And I feel it's important here for some to speak this. You are a light worker. So if you don't know that yet, or if you maybe have forgotten that in this moment, member 4 wants to remind you of that. You are a light worker. You came here to anchor in the light, to illuminate wherever it is dark. So also that if you feel like it can feel so dark where you are in the places around you, then this is also because you have the capability of lighting up the darkness that is around you. And it's by remembering your truth. I am a holy child of God, created in its image. You are of the same essence as God, Source, Spirit. And you are here to bring that presence wherever you go. That essence, wherever you go. So for you also, pile 2, member 4, with the father aspect, we have the sun here, which is it's the masculine, it's the father aspect of God also. This also feels like this is member 4 that wants to invite you to stand stronger in your masculine part, to embody more of the father aspect of God. Which is an invitation that is also in here. So another extra message, and it feels like the cards that I'm pulling through this reading are very connected with where you are in the earthly realm. No matter what happens, no matter how far you seem to be away from where you want to be, never stop believing that you will somehow make it. Have an unrelenting belief that things will work out, that the long road has a purpose. And that's what I feel with you here, member 4. There is this darkness that is like around you and also within you, but it's because you have the capability of lighting up all the darkness. But you have to remember what you are for that. But if you come in with this, if you come in with a mission like that, or wherever you are now in your life, it's the darkness that is forcing you to find your own switch for your own light. It's to force you in that direction of going within, remembering what you are, and the moment that you remember and identify with what you truly are, the light starts to shine brighter. And the more you do that, the more you identify with your truth, the brighter, the brighter, the brighter you shine. The more you illuminate and light up all the darkness or all the dark places. And this is also, wherever you are, have an unrelenting belief that all things will work out. The long road has a purpose. There is a purpose for everything. There is a reason for everything. See through that, and see through that from the right place, from your own light. Shine light upon all situations. Okay, member 5 here for you, pile 2. Or if you individually chose member 5 here. Member 5. God is the strength in which I trust. God, Source, Spirit, whatever you connect to, is the strength in which I trust. This speaks about you can try to do the things on your own. You can try to do the things where you believe that you are in control, where you believe that you don't need any help, where you believe that you know it all. You can try that, and probably you have also tried that already, up until a certain point that you realized, I cannot hold all of this together. Or maybe this is where you are right now. I cannot hold this together. And there you learn to surrender. You learn to surrender into something higher than yourself, which in the best case scenario is God, Source, Spirit. When you surrender in there, you also feel a strength that goes beyond the human. It's a strength coming from the divine that is capable of guiding you through any and all situations that present themselves to you. It's a strength that is unmeasurable. And the more you learn to trust in that strength, the more you will feel supported, you will feel guided through your life. For most of you, there have been situations where you have been confronted with fears, depressions, anger, sorrow. And all of that, it comes from identifying with your human self. It comes from the place of I know it all. I know what to do and I want to be in control. It leads to fear. It leads to depression. It leads to anger. It leads to suffering because it's impossible to do it all on your own. It's possible in a sense, but also not, because it doesn't really bring fulfillment. It is only when you learn to surrender and to trust in the strength of God, Source, Spirit, that you will be able to find peace and this support. And peace and support, capital P, capital S. Something higher than yourself that is supporting you, that is guiding you through life, that is allowing you to face the challenges. It also changes your perception from challenges into opportunities. It's a strength that guides you through, and it's a strength that offers you an experience of being in peace within, despite what happens. There is, when you really understand that and really embody this, God is the strength in which I trust. There is this presence of God, God's Source, Spirit, that is always walking with you wherever you go. And this gives you an experience of peace within. When you try to do everything on your own, when you try to be in control, there is the fear that sneaks in. What if? What if? Anxiety that sneaks in. The depression, feeling lonely. There is so much that sneaks in when we forget to surrender to God's Source Spirit, and to allow this divine strength to guide us through. When we surrender into God's Source Spirit, we come into the experience of where everything is possible. Everything is possible, and you can handle all situations to the best of your ability. Because again, you feel, you know, and you experience that you are always guided and always supported. There is always someone, something holding your hand. Always, wherever you are. God is the strength in which I trust. Member 5 offers you the gift of the blue flame. And this blue flame, wow, it's a beautiful one also. This beautiful blue flame. It's Member 5 is offering you the gift of wisdom. Is offering you the gift of communication. Is offering you the gift of protection. Is offering you the gift of clarity also with this blue flame offering. There is also an honesty that is coming through with this. Archangel Michael is also very connected with this blue flame. But there is an honesty that is coming through here. And an honesty in the sense of, in God, there are no secrets. God knows all. And God also knows all about you. Your darkest corners, God sees. God knows. God is there with you. Or God is shining light through it. But with this gift of the blue flame, this fifth member here, the fifth, right? Yes, the fifth member here, with the offering of this blue flame, there is this first the connection to God is the strength in which I trust, which is the truth, which is an honesty, which is also an invitation to be honest with yourself into, or in the sense, or in the area of where do you still think or believe that you know better than God. Ask yourself this question. Feel into this question. And let the answer very honestly rise within you. What is also in here, with the fifth member offering you this blue flame, this fifth member is reminding you of your own capability, your own talent, and your own gift of purity, of clarity, and of honesty. The more clear, and the more honest and true you are with yourself, the more you are capable of bringing that to others and also evoking that within others. So this is also a part of why you are here. You are supposed to fully embody truth, honesty, clarity, and purity. And the more you embody that, the more you are able to evoke that within others. There is a ripple effect that is coming out of you because you fully embody that. And the fifth member is pointing to that. To remind you of that. But a big message, a big invitation in here is, in the first place, be very honest with yourself. There is nothing in this human experience that you are supposed to do on your own. Nothing. Invite God, Source, Spirit into everything you do. God is the strength in which I trust. Whatever you do, wherever you go, whatever you think, whatever you feel, whatever you experience, invite God in there. Feel that divine support. And be honest with yourself. Again, ask yourself that question. Where do I still think or believe that I know better than God? And surrender that. Forgive, release, let go, surrender. And come to this place of, I don't know. Show me. Which is a very, very powerful state to be in. I don't know. Of my human self, I know nothing. So I surrender. I surrender and I trust in your guidance, in your strength, in your truth, God, Source, Spirit. There is also something in here with this blue flame. Again, this, the more you embody this pure honesty within yourself, the more you will notice that revelation happens within your presence. Revelation from the divine towards you, but also revelation in your external world. Others that are revealing themselves, others that are revealing their deepest, darkest corners to you. Others that also receive revelation or experience revelation in your presence. And this is because of your embodiment of. By you fully embodying the truth, pure honesty, you are without words, just by your presence, you are communicating with others that it's okay to do so. It's okay to just be pure, open, and honest in the space that you create with your presence. Okay, so pile 2 also here for member 5 or whomever chose member 5. There is an extra message here which is again related to the earthly realm here. Not? Yes, thank you. We are always speaking to you and sending you messages. When you feel you are alone in a situation, just know that you never truly are. We are reminding you to stop. Look around and believe in something else, something more. We've got your back. So, wherever you are in the earthly realm, in your human experience, this is a big message from Spirit coming through, and your guidance and your team. We are always with you. But it comes so beautifully together with God is a strength in which I trust. The more you surrender into God's Source Spirit, the more you will also feel that we've got your back. Spirit always has your back. But the more you surrender, the more you experience this divine support that is always with you. Okay, member 6 here. Member 6. The gift of member 6 is emptiness. Member 6 offers you the gift of emptiness, which is a very beautiful one also. The statement in the consciousness of Christ that the 6th member wants to share with you is, the light has come. I am under no laws but God's. The light has come. I am under no laws but God's. So pile 2, or whomever chose member 6, this is a message or a truth from the consciousness of Christ that shares with you that the moment that you understand that nothing has power over you unless you give it power, the light will shine brighter, which is the truth that reawakens within you. What we do in our human experience is to give our power away. We are tempted to believe and give our power away to illusionary laws. But when we remember what we truly are, which is the same essence as God, Source, Spirit, when we remember that, when we identify with that, we also only give our power away to God, Source, Spirit. That's the only place where you have to give your power away, because it's there that you are being guided by and supported by the divine. But all the other things that we give our power away to, all the other lies also, the other laws that we are making up, that we are tempted to make up, we are giving them power and it's creating suffering. The law of God, the light has come. I am under no laws but God's. The laws of God are laws of freedom. So anything that is not of the frequency of God, Source, Spirit, is nothing to give your power away to. It's no law to believe in. God is love. God is peace. God is joy. God is bliss. God is abundance. God is truth. God is freedom. All with a capital letter. This is the essence of God, and it's the essence of you. And only to that you should surrender. When you surrender into that, it moves through you. And it's blessing you, and it's blessing all that you come in contact with. Anything and all that you come in contact with. Whatever is not of this essence, and you give your power away to that, it also flows through you. If you give your power away to fear, you are becoming that. You are identifying with that. So you are experiencing that. But when you remember what you truly are, when you are one with God, Source, Spirit, which is your truth, when you remember that, only the truth exists there. And also from there you can see that anything that is not in resonance with God's Source Spirit is an illusion. So nothing has power over me unless I give it power. I am under no laws but God's. When you remember that and when you truly understand the laws or the essence of God and only surrender into that, the light has come. Which means your truth, your remembrance of your truth will shine brighter and brighter and brighter the more you remember that. And the more you also live that, the more you also embody that. With this emptiness also, there is the gift of emptiness that this member 6 is offering you. What I also feel in here is this: the emptiness is a space of infinite possibilities. And within this space of infinite possibilities, you have been given free will to make a choice in each and every moment, which is also the emptiness that's been given to you for you to choose. What do you want the emptiness to feel like? Do you want it to feel like suffering and limitation? Or do you want it to feel like freedom? Which is the freedom is the law of God, and the limitation, fear, is anything else than the law of God, anything else than the essence of God. The emptiness has been given to you. In each and every moment, you can choose how to shape the emptiness. Infinite possibilities. And the way it shows up is not within your hands, but the way you experience it is within your power. It's by choosing. It's by the choice that you make with the free will that has been given to you. How do you want to fill up? How do you want to experience the emptiness? Freedom, suffering, limitation. Your choice in each and every moment. So this emptiness, all possibilities, which is also a message from the 6th member here, that the 6th member wants to share with you. Remind yourself that everything is possible. Sab kuch milega. Everything and all is possible at all times. And it's by you knowing that. It's by you remembering that also all possibilities open up again for you. Which comes back to this laws of God. Law of God in this aspect is everything is possible, which is truth. Everything and all is possible. When you limit yourself in that belief, when you believe that not everything is possible, you are giving your power away to a law that is not of God. So remember the truth. Remember the law of God. In the emptiness, everything is possible. The emptiness holds all possibilities. The emptiness is also the place that has been emptied from all illusion. It's a space that can be created into anything. But also there you have the choice. Do you want to create illusion which is all laws that are not of God? Or do you want to create truth, which is the laws of God? The light has come. I am under no laws but God's. And also for you here, pile 2, member 6, another message that wants to come through according to any earthly stuff that you are dealing with in this moment. When going through tough times, it's important to remember that nothing up to this point has defeated you. You have overcome challenges before. Be kinder to yourself and be thankful for all that you already have. So also this, do you give your power away to the idea that it's all too difficult and that life is trying to defeat you? Which is a choice. It's a choice of illusion. The truth here is to see yourself in your human experience as the one that has overcome so much already. That is the truth. So also the invitation is in there. When you are going through tough times, how do you choose to name that? How do you choose to experience tough times, which is neutral in a sense? It's what you link to it, the choice that you make about what that means, that creates your experience. Nothing before has defeated you. And the emptiness is yours. It's yours to fill in. And again, remind yourself that everything is possible. If you do not believe that, reflect on that. And surrender that illusion. Because it is an illusion. The truth is that everything and all is possible. But it's not in your hands. It's to be surrendered into God's source spirit. What is in your hands is your choice of perception. Truth or illusion. The laws of God or anything else. And only one place is the right place to give our power to, which is God, Source, Spirit. And when we do so, it creates a true experience of freedom. When we give our power away to other laws, we create for ourselves an experience of suffering and limitation. Okay, my dear beautiful pile 2 or member 6, this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope this was helpful, and I'm sending lots of love, lots of light, lots of peace and blessings for each and every one. Hello, beautiful souls, divine beings. Welcome in this lovely space with me. Whomever chose pile 3, I have some messages for you. Some messages and some gifts from the Council of 12. For you, pile 3, the first member that wants to offer you something is the 7th member of the Council. And the truth of the consciousness of Christ that the 7th member wants to share with you here is, I am entitled to miracles as God has established miracles as my right. You are entitled to miracles because God has established miracles as your right. So, my dear beautiful pile 3, or whomever chose member 7, what member 7 wants to share with you is the remembrance that if you truly know what you are, if you truly remember what you are, you also know that miracles are entitled to you. When you truly know what you are and you fully embody that, miracles happen very naturally. And they happen naturally as an expression of love. The real miracle is the love that inspires them. Anything that comes from love is a miracle. So when you truly know what you are, you also know that you are love. And when you fully embody the love that you are, love, capital L, when you fully embody that, it corrects all illusion. And it goes beyond all laws of the physical world. And there miracles naturally happen. In your true state of being, miracles naturally happen. And you are entitled to miracles. God has established miracles as your right. Because again, in your natural state of being, in your true state, in your true nature, miracles happen naturally. Anything that comes from an expression of the true love that you are is a miracle. It goes beyond all the laws of the physical. These miracles fall under the law of God. The gift that member 7 wants to offer you are dates, the fruits, dates, tamar. And this is a very beautiful symbolism also. Dates, they symbolize honesty, righteousness, generosity. It's a gift, it's a welcoming gift. It's divine nutrition. And it's the promise of eternal life. Which comes back also to when you truly remember what you are, which is immortal spirit. It's also the promise of eternal life. Because when you identify with your truth, when you know what you are, you also know your immortal nature. And these dates, these tamar, tamaras, they are a symbol for that. But member 7 also wants to offer you the dates to remind you of the importance of honesty and righteousness, the importance to be generous, because love gives. It naturally wants to give. It naturally is expressed in through generosity. True love also understands that giving is also a miracle. If it comes from a place of true love, it's also a miracle. But member 7 here again wants to remind you of your immortal nature, of your eternal life, the promise to eternal life if you choose to remember what you are. If you are willing to fully come back into the truth of what you are, into the knowing of God. When you are willing to do so, there is this promise of eternal life. But again, these dates, the member 7 here offers you these dates to remind you, to offer you a gift also, offer you a gift of divine nutrition, which is also the importance of nourish or offer yourself the divine nutrition. Be open to receive the divine nutrition, which is also the choice to fill up your cup with divine nutrition. Also for some here, very specifically, eat the dates. They are super healthy and they are super nutritious. So it's also very literally, for some, eat them. Eat them and taste the presence of God in them. But it's a gift to you. It's a gift to you to remind you of your pure nature, your divine nature, your truth. And the more you awaken into that truth, the more you embody that truth, the more generous you are also naturally with awakening the truth in others by you embodying the truth of what you are. And this is what member 7 is offering you and inviting you into. At first, the remembrance that you are entitled to miracles as God has established miracles as your right. Know that. Remember that, embody that, know that. Any act of love, true love, is a miracle on its own. And remind yourself of your immortal nature. Welcome in, because the date again, it's also it's a gift of welcoming in. Welcome in more and more of the divine nutrition in yourself, and with doing that you are also giving that to all your brothers and sisters. Whatever you do for yourself, to yourself, you do to all your brothers and sisters, you do for all your brothers and sisters. So member 7 wants to remind you of all of this. And also remind you of be generous towards yourself also. Be honest, be righteous, be generous, be that, fully embody that. And offer yourself by doing so, by remembering what you are, the, the gift, the promise of eternal life. What is also in here with member 7 is this allowing yourself to enjoy um, anything that tastes nice, anything that you like to taste. And this can be literal in the form of food or anything that you take into your body. But it's also in general, what are you feeding yourself? And feed yourself with anything that has the taste of God. Anything that has the taste of truth. Nourish yourself with that. And also allow yourself to nourish yourself with that. That's a strong message that I also feel in here. That is for you. Allow yourself the goodies, the good things, the good feelings, the good tastes of life. Don't take it all too serious. Be generous in the first place to yourself. And if there is something, for example, some kind of food that is being judged by being unhealthy, if you believe it to be unhealthy, that's where it can cause sickness. If you believe that it's healthy, if you truly believe that it is healthy, it will not be able to cause any sickness. So allow yourself to enjoy, by which I don't say eat unhealthy, but if there is something that you like to taste, but for some reason you don't allow yourself to taste it, ask yourself why. What do you believe about that specific thing? Can be food, can be anything. What do you believe about that? What are your judgments behind that? And look at them. Allow yourself to enjoy what you like to taste. And also for you, pile 3, or anyone who chooses member 7, there is another message here for you, which is more from the earthly realm here. Thank you. Try not to dwell on the past or spend too much time worrying about the future. All it does is steal your joy and sense of inner peace. Concentrate on the here and now and enjoy every moment for what it is. You are creating new memories. So also with this, concentrate on the here and now and enjoy every moment for what it is. The message here goes beyond than every moment for what it is. It's allow yourself to enjoy anything. Anything that is of your taste. Be generous with yourself. Be honest, be righteous, and be generous with yourself. And this is in the earthly plane, in the physical realm, but also, and in the first place, in the spiritual realm. I am entitled to miracles as God has established miracles as my right. This is your gift from member 7. And remember, at all times, act from a place of love. Love, capital L. Okay, member 8 here. Member 8. God, Source Spirit, my freedom is in you alone. The gift that member 8 offers you is the moon. Which is, the moon is intuition, it's emotions, it's the unseen, it's a reflection of the light also. But it's also the mother aspect of God. And for you, pile 3, or anyone who chose member 8, there is an invitation here to embody more of the divine feminine, the divine mother aspect of God within you, which is the love, which is the care, the unconditional love, the care, the compassion for yourself and for others. Holding a safe environment, a safe space for yourself and others. But I do feel for most of you where you are right now, this is speaking directly to you. There is something here that needs loving or asks for loving space. It asks for space to be expressed, and it asks for a place of non-judgment. It asks for love and compassion. And again, for most of you, this is within yourself. Not for all. But something here is asking for that space that the mother creates. And you are being asked to create that space from the highest form of love. God, my freedom is in you alone. God, Source Spirit. Freedom, true freedom, is the remembrance of what you are, knowing what you truly are. And also there, you understand that the true experience of freedom can only be experienced when you bring God in. When you bring God's Source Spirit in. When you try to do the things on your own, you will never have an experience of full and true freedom. There is the message in here of it is only in the true remembrance of myself that I am able to experience true freedom. Only no identification with anything else than your truth can offer you an experience of freedom. And God, my freedom is in you alone, is also your remembrance of the fact that you are a holy child of God. You are created in the image of God, Source, Spirit. You are of the same essence. And as long as you do not remember that, as long as you do not identify with that, you will never experience true freedom. Only when you do identify with that, when you do remember that, when you do embody that, and when you do know that, freedom is yours to experience. So at all times, call God in. God, Source, Spirit. And then the moon here, again, this mother aspect that is really been asked here to be embodied also. And the way this message comes through here with also the first messages that came through here with there is something that is asking here to be held in a space of the Divine Mother, the energy, the frequency of the Divine Mother. This feels like the father aspect is merely healthy, the father aspect of God, but the mother aspect is not free. And the fact that it's not free is because there is something that wants to be seen here. Something wants to be held in that divine mothering place. So member 8 is really inviting you to hold that space for yourself. Or for others, for someone else. But for most of you, again, this is about you, and this is creating a limitation. It's creating an illusion. It's creating conflict within because something just wants to be held in love within you. There is another message here. Also with this, God, my freedom is in you alone. Yeah, something is withholding you from the experience of freedom here. And there is pain involved with this. Whatever this is that is asking for love, in a sense you are afraid of facing it because it seems very painful if you look at it from where you are right now. But you will realize when you open up the space for this to come out, for this to be held in love, you will also realize that it's nothing to be fearful of. It looks and feels a lot more scary when you look at it from a distance. Allow it to come out. Allow that part of you to be freed in that loving space. And also invite the mother in with you here. This is nothing that you have to do on your own. There is nothing here in this human experience that we have to do on our own. And you, pile 3, or anyone who chose member 8, you are really been invited here to very consciously call in the Divine Mother with you in the mothering space that you create for yourself here. And also by calling in the mother in this, she will also help you with setting you free from that part of yourself that wants to be held in love, and also help you to release that out of you. And the releasing of that together with the mother is creating um, the freedom. What is this part here? There is nothing to worry about. You are safe, and this situation is under the perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. You see, there is this, I feel there is this fear that was coming through here already. There is a fear of facing something. There is a fear of looking something into the eye. And Spirit, your guidance, the angels are coming through with this message of there is really nothing to worry about. You are safe. You are safe to let that part of you come out so it can be loved and cared for and also be released and healed by doing so. But again, you also, there is nothing to worry about, is also an invitation for you to speak like that to yourself. There is nothing to worry about here. We are safe. You are safe. Always. You are always held in the hands of the divine, no matter how it looks, no matter how it feels. And if you remember that, the fear also fades. When you understand my freedom is in you alone, when you understand what you are, know what you are, embody what you are, there is no fear that exists there. There is full faith and there is full trust, and there is the knowing that you are cared for and that you are safe. So the divine, your guidance, is speaking that to you and also inviting you to speak like that to the inner child within you. It is safe for that inner child to come out in the space that you create for it together with the Divine Mother here. Okay, number 9. The time will come when you will not return in the same form in which you now appear, for you will have no need of it. But for now, in the form that you are, the human form, for now its purpose is to anchor God, Source, Spirit into this world. So member 9 here wants to remind you of the truth that at a certain point you will not appear anymore in the form that you appear now. You are not a body, you are free, as you still remain as God created you. At a certain point, you will be so awakened to your own truth that there will also be no more reason to incarnate, to return in a human form. The human form is not, it's not of a lasting nature. Your truth is of an immortal nature, and the truth is what remains. And at a certain point, again, you will be so awakened to that truth that there will be no need anymore for you to reincarnate into a human form, to come back into a human form to learn your lessons. There will come a time, but time is an illusion. So you have already returned into your reawakened into your truth. I said returned, but I corrected by reawakened into your truth. You are already there. Again, time is an illusion. We started to dream that we were separate from God's source spirit, and we dreamt up this world. But it's a dream, and we are all waking up out of the dream. And when we truly wake up out of the dream, we will be in this oneness with God's source spirit, in the experience of that. But we are still there, always. And whenever we remember that, whenever we know our truth, we also experience that oneness with God's source spirit. But for as long as we are still here, as long as we are still in this human experience, the form, the human vessel, still has a purpose. And the highest purpose that we can use it for, as long as we are still here, the highest purpose that we can use it for is to anchor in the presence of God, Source, Spirit, into this world, which is we are shining light through the illusion. We are shining the truth through the illusion. We are shining light into the darkness, through the darkness, which dissolves the darkness. It dissolves the illusion. So as long as we are still in this human experience as being an immortal spirit in a human experience, as long as we are still here, we are using this human experience and we are using the human vessel to anchor in the truth in its highest possible form. The gift that member 9 offers you is a cluster, is an amethyst cluster, which is pure mind. It's pure consciousness. It's awakening, which is also that. To anchor in the truth. Amethyst is also truth. It's clarity. It's knowing. It's direct connection to the spirit world, which is again this, I know what I am. I remember what I am. I know what I am. I embody what I am. And I bring that knowingness into the physical world. I embody that into the physical world. I anchor that into the physical world. So the amethyst cluster is been given to you here by member 9, the 9th member of the council, to remind you of that truth, to also remind you that you are very capable of remembering that truth, You are been given an amethyst cluster, which is a lot of energy together. It's also a cluster. A cluster is with different points, and these points can all be directed in different directions. Consciously, it can happen unconsciously, but you can also consciously do that. Meaning here that take that knowing, take that truth with you, anchor that in, and then consciously focus where you want to direct that truth, which is from a pure consciousness, looking out into your external world, feeling into your external world, and intuitively knowing, inspired by God's source spirit, you intuitively know where to direct yourself, where to direct your energy, where it is needed to bring the presence of God's source spirit, where it is needed to anchor in the presence of God source spirit, where it is needed to bring clarity, where it is needed to bring guidance, where it is needed to bring the truth. So member 9 wants to remind you, remember you, and reawaken this within you. There is also a very big invitation in here of connection. You are already very connected. Keep on opening yourself up to more of divine guidance that is easily flowing into you, that is easily been received by you. You are capable of receiving a lot of information and anchoring that in, holding that. There is a word for this. Containing that, and then focused, conscious attention to direct that contained information, contained guidance, contained essence, focus that in a specific direction. There is a lot of clarity here that is given to you, that wants to be remembered by you, and that also there is a message in here of remembering you. Spirit wants to remember you on your own ability of doing this, the containing and the focusing. The time will come when you will not return in the same form in which you now appear, for you will have no need of it. What is also in here is the feeling that might rise from time to time, and that you probably strongly went through already, and for some you might be there right now also. This feeling of, I don't want to be here, I don't belong here, but you came here for a reason. And again, there is this time and space is an illusion, and in reality you are home. You are already home, and every time you remember your truth, you are home. But as long as you are still in this human experience, your soul has also chosen to come here to bring home to others. Bring that home to your brothers and sisters. Again, this cluster, such a beautiful, powerful energy that you carry within you and that you are able to use in a very effective way when focused, when focused and directed in the right way. So be conscious of that. With that focus and that clear direction, there is also discernment that is related to that, which is also for you receiving the guidance of where to focus, where to direct your energy, your precious energy, your royal sovereign energy. So allow yourself to be guided by the divine for this, and trust in the discernment that comes with that, the wisdom and the discernment that you have gained. Use your wisdom and your own discernment. Use divine wisdom and divine discernment, which is this connection again, and trusting also in what comes through. Where to go, where to focus, where to direct. And also where better not to focus and where better not to direct, because you are losing energy there. You are losing you are leaking what you are containing when you are not acting on the divine guidance that wants to guide you, that wants to direct you. So let this cluster within you, let this be used by the divine. You are holding it, you are containing it, but let it be used as a tool, as a divine tool here. I hope this all makes sense together, but I'm quite sure it does. I'm sure it does. Thank you. Whatever you express outwards is what God expresses with you. But first God, then self, then others. For you also, member 9 or pile 3, another message here which is more related to the earthly realm for where you are right now. That spirit also wants to bring through for you here. Thank you. A chapter in your life is coming to an end. Rest assured that beautiful things are ahead in this next chapter. Let go of all things that are out of control and move forward. There are more beautiful things ahead than any you leave behind. And this comes back to this cluster. You have gone already on a journey of where should I focus my attention? Where should I put my energy in? And it's been a journey of falling and getting up again, falling, getting up again, of giving too much and putting your energy in places where it was not been, where it has not been appreciated. It's been a journey, it's been lessons, but it's coming to an end. It's coming to a point of integration where you are becoming more and more aware of how to focus and where to focus, how to direct and where to direct, which is again this cluster that is coming through here. The cluster here has been activated now. The points are all very loaded with everything that you have contained, everything, all the doors that you have shut for yourself also. Not there, 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 not there. It's contained and now it's ready. The containment of it is also the integration of the lessons, which is now ready to be directed into certain points, and spirit wants to guide you into specific points here, which are certain people, certain projects, certain places. Trust and let yourself be guided here fully by the divine. You contain the energy. Spirit guides you where to direct, where to focus. Trust. Okay, my dear beautiful pile 3 or member 9, this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope this was helpful, and I'm sending lots of love, lots of light, lots of peace and blessings for each and every one. Hello, beautiful souls, divine beings. Welcome in this lovely space with me. Whomever chose pile 4, I have some messages and some gifts to share with you from the Council of 12. And for you, pile 4, or whomever chose member 10. Member 10, the first thing this member wants to share with you is, I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. The gift that member 10 offers you is the flower of life. So the flower of life it's a symbol for the cycle of creation. It's unity also, it's oneness, it's interconnectedness. And then this, I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. This is the consciousness that knows that as long as your mind or your consciousness is not corrected to the consciousness of truth, whatever you see is based on what you believe. All the judgments you have on what you perceive with your human eyes, anything that you perceive is based on what is living inside of you. It's based on your own judgments, it's based on your own beliefs. And I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. It's that, it's being aware that you cannot trust your human eyes. You cannot trust what you see as long as your consciousness is not been corrected to the consciousness of truth. Also with the flower of life here that this member is offering you, it's the cycle of creation. So it's also the consciousness that you are creating what you see by everything that is living within you, by all your beliefs, by all the judgments that you have, according to anything that you perceive. So member 10 wants to invite you to become aware of that. To become aware of the fact, don't trust your human eyes. It comes from there. Don't trust what your human eyes show you. The flower of life is also the symbol of oneness, of unity. The human eyes are the eyes of duality. So member 10 wants to invite you to come more and more into the consciousness of oneness, to allow yourself to see through the eye of truth, which also means that whatever you see, whatever you think to see, whatever you think to perceive, whatever you believe to perceive, to check in. Does that come from a place of truth or not? Where am I within myself? Am I in a state of oneness? Am I in a state of unity? Or do I feel conflicted? When I feel conflicted, I cannot trust what I see. And even when I believe that I am in oneness, still then there is the invitation to always check in and always invite God, Source, Spirit into everything you see. When you see something, when you perceive something, that is creating conflict within you. A very beautiful way of allowing your consciousness to be corrected to the consciousness of truth is to invite God in, God, Source, Spirit, into what you see. When you see something or perceive something that is conflicting you, and in that moment you stop, you connect, and you ask God, Source, Spirit, allow me to see this through your eyes, which is an invitation for a correction of your consciousness. It's an invitation of a correction of your vision. A correction from a vision of illusion into a vision of truth. So member 10 wants to invite you there. Whatever you see, whatever you perceive, if it's creating conflict, if it's triggering you, then ask God in there. Allow the vision of truth to be received by you. Allow the vision of truth to correct the vision of illusion. The invitation in here is also to, before you react to something, also know that whatever triggers you is not coming from a vision of truth. So before you react, go within. And again ask, God, Source, Spirit, let me see this through your eyes. And from that place, something will shift. When you ask this with a pure intention, something will change. And from out of that place, you can feel inspired to act. But you will not react on what you perceive or think to perceive. So again, with this flower of life here, which is also the symbol of unity and oneness, it's your conscious choice of perceiving, be willing to perceive the truth instead of the illusion. Be willing to see the vision of oneness instead of the vision of illusion. The interconnectedness also in here with this flower of life is again the knowing of you are creating what you see with what is living within you. It's all creating. You are a being of creation. You are always creating. We are always creating. We are beings of creation. So what are you creating? And from out of what place are you creating? Are you creating from a place of duality, from a place of conflict, or are you creating from a place of oneness, from a place of peace and love, one with God, Source, Spirit? So let's see also for you here, member 10 and pile 3, whomever chose member 10 or pile 3, there is an extra message here for you, which is more related to the earthly realm here. Doesn't want to come out. Thank you. So this is something that you are busy with in your human experience, that member 10 and your guidance spirit also wants to add for you. What is meant for you will not pass you by. You will never have to force something that is truly meant to be. Trust in the perfection of divine timing and allow your life to unfold as it should. Whatever comes, let it come. Whatever goes, let it go. Related also to the message and the gift of member 10 and this message that is coming through here is the interconnectedness, the love also always, but the faith and the trust that whatever is yours, whatever is meant to cross your path, will cross your path. This is not in your hands. This is God's plan for you. And member 10 also wants to invite you to trust in God's plan. Because also when you believe that you are missing out on something that is meant for you, it means you are perceiving the world through the eyes of illusion. So when you have that feeling, there is also an invitation of check in, connect to God, Source Spirit, and allow God, Source Spirit, to help you to perceive the situation, any situation, from a place of truth. Anything that is for you will align with you. Again, this is not within your hands. This is God's plan for you. You have to trust in that. Okay. Member 11. The message that member 11 wants to share with you is: the light has come. I have forgiven the world. Without the darkness of the past upon my eyes, I cannot fail to see today. The gift that member 11 offers you are rubies and gold. So the rubies and the gold, this is wealth, this is prosperity, this is earthly riches, earthly treasures, precious objects, precious stones, precious material. It's also royalty. It's It's royalty. And in here, it feels like royalty on the earthly plane, but also in the spiritual plane, in the spiritual realm. There is an elevated wisdom that is also coming through here with this. And the way member 11 is offering you these rubies and these gold, and this gold, is it's a gift that wants to be given to you because you have chosen to correct something within your consciousness. You have chosen to allow the darkness that was eluding your vision to be corrected by the light. So, a shift from consciousness, a shift in vision from illusion into truth has happened here, or wants to happen. But again, the way member 11 offers you these rubies and this gold, it feels like a gift for you as a form of acknowledgement, which is in the earthly realm, the earthly riches, which are very tangible in these rubies and this gold, but it's also an acknowledgement about your wisdom that has been elevated. You have you in co-creation with the divine and in surrender with the divine has allowed your your consciousness and your wisdom has been elevated or wants to be elevated, has been elevated for most of you. And this is a gift, this is a reward, which is, again, it's from the earthly realm, but it's also from the spiritual realm, the realm of your consciousness, which happens first. A consciousness has been elevated from illusion more into truth, which is the main gift, which is the true value also, but it's also been reflected in the earthly realm by the rubies and by the gold here. So with this, good job, well done comes through also with this. Good job, well done, because you were willing to see. You were willing to see with the eye of truth. You were willing to let the correction happen. You called God, Source Spirit, into your vision. The willingness to change your vision from the eyes of illusion to the eyes of truth. And this has happened. And this is a reward for that. It's an acknowledgement for that. And again, it's showing up in the level of consciousness, and as a consequence of that, also in the earthly realm here. What is also in here is the remembrance and the knowing. Know thyself. Know thyself as being a royal being, being a sovereign being. Seeing yourself in your truth, seeing yourself in your value, which comes together with the shift in consciousness that has happened here. And again, if that didn't happen yet, it wants to happen. It's an invitation in there. If you are struggling with material in the material realm, in the physical realm, with resources, with wealth, with prosperity, there is this invitation of reflect on you, because you are the royal being. And the first thing that has to happen to shift the physical world is a shift in your consciousness. The understanding that you are the wealth. You are the abundance. You are the rubies. You are the gold. But for most of you, it has happened. And this is the reward that comes in here. The reward in the physical realm that comes in here. Because again, the real reward, what is of true value here, is the shift in consciousness. It's an elevated consciousness. If you didn't get something you really wanted at this time, if you feel stuck or feel like things are not going according to your plans, then know that something bigger and better is coming. It is something that is filled with divine magic that couldn't come into your life if you were to receive what you are asking for now. So this is a message that is very related to the earthly realm here. And Spirit, your guidance want to point out here that if you feel like something passed you by, in a sense, there was a reason for it. That something better is about to align with you. And also here, the rubies and the gold, something tangible wants to align with you here. And it's very possible that you have experienced some kind of loss in whatever way recently. And that's also why this is such a tangible gift. To bring you this message of trust, faith, it's all as well. Something bigger and something better that is really aligned with you is about to come in for you. And again, whenever you experience something as being a loss, then there is this invitation of the light has come. I have forgiven the world. Without the darkness of the past upon my eyes, I cannot fail to see today. Which is also here, if you experience a loss, it means that you are, if you experience a loss and you are really feeling overwhelmed by these feelings, you are triggered by these feelings, it means that you are not seeing through the eyes of truth. In that moment, there is a darkness that is clouding your vision. And in these moments, number 11 wants to invite you to remember the truth that your one true eye, your vision of truth, cannot experience these triggers, this loss. So when you feel that, when you are triggered by that, it means you are not seeing from the right place. So invite God, Source, Spirit in there. Forgive the world. The light has come. I have forgiven the world. It's forgiving what you perceive. because it's not the truth. If it doesn't evoke within you a God's feeling, which is love, peace, joy, bliss, abundance, if it doesn't evoke that truth, freedom, if it doesn't evoke that within you, it's not coming from truth. It's not coming from the right vision. So when you experience that, ask God, Source, Spirit, to correct your vision. The light has come, I have forgiven the world. Without the darkness of the past upon my eyes, I cannot fail to see today. So whenever you experience anything triggering, anything conflicting within you, it means that the darkness of the past is upon your eyes. And with the rubies and the gold, which is very earthy, coming back there, it's very tangible in the physical world. Whenever you experience a loss or anything that triggers you, anything that creates conflict within you, it means that you are attached to the earthly realm, which you should not, because it's not the truth. Also for that, it's coming through so tangible here for you. The rubies and the gold are a reward, but the real reward in there is the shift in consciousness. So don't attach to the stuff from the physical world, because it will never last. Reach for the true value in here. Elevate, choose to elevate your wisdom, choose to elevate your consciousness from the earthly royalty into your true royalty, your spiritual, your divine royalty. Shift your consciousness from earthly riches into divine riches. Because again, there is the true value. This is what lasts. All the rest, anything from this earthly realm, does not last. It's based on illusion. Reach for the truth, which is the consciousness. Okay. Member 12. Member 12, the message that member 12 wants to share with you is: forgiveness ends the dream of conflict here. The gift that the 12th member offers you here, and also this reading comes from an oracle reading where someone arrives at a council of 12, and there are 12 chairs, 11 members, and you are the 12th member. So it comes back here. So this is you. You are a member of this council, and you bring to the council the gift of the 5 elements, which is also a gift to you. Forgiveness ends the dream of conflict here. This is what you share with yourself. You share that with yourself, but you also share that with all your brothers and sisters. We are one being. In essence, we are all one being, and we are all in this together. So what you bring here to the table, what you bring here to the council, and what you bring to yourself is the gift of forgiveness. You are offering yourself to step out of conflict, to step out of the world of suffering, if you choose love and forgiveness, which is the base of Christ consciousness. love, and forgiveness. Forgiveness ends the dream of conflict here. Forgiveness it goes very deep in the Christ consciousness. It means that you truly forgive anything that you perceive. It's a complete correction of the wrong mind. It's a complete correction of a mind that was running on default programs. You completely surrender yourself to the divine, and you allow the divine to correct your mind, your consciousness, into the consciousness of truth. So what you are bringing here to the council, to yourself, is the gift of forgiveness, the willingness to shift your consciousness from illusion into truth. True forgiveness. True forgiveness and real, true forgiveness, which is again forgiving anything and all that you perceive. You bring the 5 elements: earth, water, air, fire, and ether, which are the building blocks of this earth, the building blocks of the universe. And you bring that. The way you bring this together with forgiveness ends the dream of conflict here is your understanding of how this world, this earth, this universe is built up. It's built up out of these 5 elements. Anything in the earth, in the universe, is built up out of these 5 elements. But forgiveness ends the dream of conflict here also means that you understand that you are dreaming up this world, this universe. We are individually and collectively dreaming up this world. And we are slowly waking up out of that. You bringing the 5 elements here is you understanding that. You understanding how this world is built up. It's dreamed up. And when you know that, when you truly know that, you remember what you are. When you truly know that and you truly embody that, it also means that you transcend the laws of this earth, of this world, of this universe. It's been undone by knowing the truth. And this is what you bring here as a gift to yourself and as a gift to the whole. The 5 elements, which is knowing the truth. And it's also knowing how to interact with the illusion. It's knowing how to bring the truth into the illusion. Because we are still here, immortal spirit, in a human experience, in a human vessel, on the earthly plane. Bringing the 5 elements means that you bring the truth, you anchor in the truth into the illusion. By knowing what you are, by knowing the truth, and by understanding, knowing how this world is built up, is dreamed up. So you have, within your hands, you have the power to end your own conflict, to end your own suffering. And this is by being willing to let the truth correct the illusion. And how do we do that? Because a lot of times we have the four elements: earth, water, air, fire. But the fifth one, a lot of times, has been forgotten. The fifth one is Akash. It's ether. It's the space of infinite possibilities, but it's also connected with spirit. So what is also in here, the forgiveness, the real correction of the consciousness, of the mind, happens by surrendering to God's source spirit. So also this is what you are offering yourself and others, the remembrance to call God source spirit into everything you do, everything you say, everything you feel, anywhere you go. Call God in. Bring the truth into the illusion. Anchor God's source spirit into the illusion, which makes the illusion dissolve. For you also, member 12 or pile 4, there is one more message here that you want to share here with yourself, which is more related to something that you are busy with on the earthly realm. Prioritize self-healing right now. Put your needs above others for once. It is time to focus on you. Self-healing takes time and a lot of self-love. Remember, open wounds don't heal into scars overnight. Take the time you need in order to feel happier and healthier within yourself. There is no rush. And this comes so beautifully together with self-healing. On the highest level of consciousness, the self-healing is the correction of the mind. It's the correction of your consciousness. This is true self-healing, which is your willingness to heal and your free will to call God, Source Spirit, into everything you do. Surrender your healing to God, Source Spirit. And there, God, Source Spirit, meets you halfway. You have to be willing to. You have to choose to heal. Again, here it's the correction of the mind. The shift in consciousness from illusion into truth. But also very much on the earthly plane here, in whatever situation you are now, if you feel that your energy is being pulled outwards, people, situations are asking your attention, do your utmost best to go within. Prioritize yourself in this specific moment. Service is not only serving others when it's needed. When you are in connection with yourself, with your guidance, you also know that the moments that you feel off are the moments that you are supposed to be in service to you, which is also service to others, because you are embodying self-love. And it's also needed. So wherever you are right now, listen to yourself and prioritize yourself. And again, it's also service to others. You cannot give from an empty cup. Make sure that your own cup is full. And you give from your overflow. Okay, my dear beautiful pile 4 or member 12, this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope this was helpful, and I'm sending lots of love, lots of light, lots of peace and blessings for each and every one.